mega dawn, the mega dawn, the mega dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, doing now with the sing Megadon.
Shade 45, play something, man. We in here, Drift's in here, baby Paul.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Paul?
Chillin'. Actually, that joint is called Kiana. That was a street record we had put out maybe like a little over a year ago. We did a street video that we conceptualized off of the film Belly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can find it on YouTube and all that. I mean, it was just one of the starting points of me and him working together. You know what I mean? And just testing the water, see what people respond to, but still pay homage. You know what I mean?
So, you know, Paul been around the block.
Yes, sir.
You know, he had the braids in his hair. You know? He used to roll the blade in the hood. It was like, yo, Paul, man.
Wow.
But I've known.
I heard Paul got pictures of like UFOs coming out of Evil D's hat.
Shout out to Evil D and Mr. Walt, man. That's my alma mater, man.
For sure, and you know, and that's definitely the wonderful years that I met Paul in.
Yeah, man.
The B minor years, and so tell me, because that was a nice kind of crew, and we're kind of past the crew era,
right?
You know, and what are those things that you look forward to in these coming years that is the battery in your back to keep on going?
Honestly, the battery in my back is not even working with well-known artists. It's working with new artists. Artists like Drift that I come across through degrees of separation or through my industry grind, and I actually see some talent that I could genuinely say, all right, let me nurture you, let me help you build your catalog as an artist. Let me help you with your direction in terms of what you write about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And see, that's kind of what's missing in the game is the cats like from our era, and I'm speaking specifically the 90s era, not feeling so disconnected that we reach out to the younger dudes and pull them up. You know what I mean? Because that's why some of these younger dudes don't respect the architecture. And that's part of the problem. That's the culture talk that me and the Flex go back and forth.
Not much of an identification.
Yeah, you know what
this is more in retrospect.
Yeah. I mean, like, I feel like just because you're in your 30s and up, if you're still involved in hip-hop, there's no reason why you can't still get behind new talent. And even if they're listening to what, quote-unquote, the millennials are listening to, you educate them on hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? You educate them on the history of music. Because we come, like beat miners and producers from the 90s, we all come from studying music.
It's important that we explain what hip-hop is to the kids, though. Because a lot of these kids think that, like, rapping on a beat is hip-hop.
Nah.
And that's the smallest part of hip-hop.
Exactly.
Hip-hop is such like a thing where it's learned and experienced. You don't just watch a video on fucking the computer and think that you're hip-hop.
Exactly.
Bro.
I had a conversation with a couple of teenagers yesterday, and I did like a hip-hop history wall of fame at a high school, and because they asked me to do it, you know, the kind of board was like, hey, you know,
AKA your parole officer said if you don't teach the kids, you go back.
So I took a VHS of Fight the Power, a Star Wars DVD, a vinyl, a Public Enemy vinyl.
You brought the R. Kelly tape with him?
I brought, you know, Nas on the cover of The Source.
Oh, man.
And all these kids looked at was the Pharrell Reeboks that I had there, that was hanging up.
But you see that? That's a millennial thing.
I know, and they grabbed to it, right? And it bothered me. Like we were on a group chat, and I was just like, oh my God, they didn't care about touching the vinyl. They didn't care about looking through the mag, you know, because The Source was our Bible. Like Fat Beats was our church. Like Stretch and Bob and shows like that was like what we listened to. That was the gospel, right?
Come on, man.
And the challenge now is, of course, trying to get all that information in the way that we did it then for that young cat, or you know, whoever's kind of booming and kind of trying to. I'm lucky because I got, you know, a homie like this guy who he gets all the new stuff, and I got to dig through it. And also salute to all those cats who are going out and finding whatever it is that talks to them, because Granddaddy IU was one of my favorites, but he didn't speak to everyone. You know, Lord Finesse is the reason why I even came into this game. But he probably doesn't even exist to some. But you know, I think that's why we cherish certain things.
Absolutely.
And Drift. So I ask you, do you feel any reason to do you feel you have to kind of cater to that younger generation, or will it lose respect by, you know, Paul's peers, you know, as a new artist?
That's a great question. I don't feel as though I have to cater to the new generation, because like they don't really understand, you know, my lyricism. They don't understand my beat selection.
Some do.
Some
Let's
do.
not write off.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of smart kids out there. There's just a lot of fucking idiots.
I know several.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm not really trying to make a song that requires a dance to go along with it. I'm not really trying to dumb the lyrics down, because when I was growing up, the material, you had to be able to, like, oh shit, what he just said, and you rewind it back. You want to hear what he said.
And if you didn't know what he said, you looked it up.
You looked it up.
Woo!
Yes, sir.
Yo, cut that beat, man. Shade 45.
Woo!
No, put the mics on.
Yeah.
I had to give him a Book Baby Paul beat, man. Let's go, man. Let's get it.
Shout the beat miners on this one.
Yo,
it's time to show off.
Friends don't get splashed like a dolphin. You only gonna be dressed when your ass in the coffin. Cash coming often, flashing and flossing. I know my ex is mad that she had that abortion. Shoot him in the back, put an end to these suckers' nose. Now that nigga legs don't work, yeah, they unemployed. Flying through East Orange, always pushing the dumbest toys. Heard when you was locked up, you slept in the bunk with boys. Waco swag, I ain't gon' brag. You a fag, gang color is a rainbow flag. Yo, it ain't a thick bitch that I ain't gon' bag. Your baby daddy push a cougar, bitch, that ain't no jag.
Come on.
Yo, kid, your face will be dripping when hit with all kind of slug. Little haters be tripping, I'm getting my 9 club. Better play your position whenever I'm shining, cuz I could pay your tuition with one of my diamond studs.
Hold on. Let's bring it to Jersey.
Drift
in here.
y'all.
Hey,
Let's do this, man. We live.
Yo, y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Drift.
Let's do it. Yo, bitch is insane, cause she got my dick on the brain. Knock a fucking wall down like they got hit by a plane. African warrior, picture me getting whipped by a lame. Got pistols to make you flip like you got hit by a train. Yo, these vegetarian broke without a bit of broccoli. Drift is a thoroughbred, that's why your sister jocked me. Just a bunch of little clone the way you niggas copy. Take a screen, leave a fresh and clean nigga sloppy. Stay with a big heater, I dare nigga stop me. You kids sweeter, all dick eaters like Liberace. And you not so small, killer, tear your block apart and stop your heart. Push a nigga like a shopping cart, blood rushing. Fuck tussling, I'm done fussing. Gun busting, leave you with more than a concussion. Hey yo, square getting smeared like some lipstick. It's over, cuz Drift can hold a grudge like a thick bitch. I got a shell for every faggot you with. You ain't gonna stop my little man from seeing his daddy get rich. Nah, don't be surprised when I'm back in your bitch. You looking like Larry Holmes, all flabby and sick. Yeah, last night I'd have seen you on sight and slugged you. But I'ma chill cause my little niggas would love to. Work, I get respect from the dude you look up to. So it's never fuck me, pussy is fuck you. Woo. Word, where I go, yo, to still go. Told her sawed off that I had bitch should kill fro. Jack boy talking about how they gon' kill Cobra headshot, make them kick the bucket like a field goal. That's what they all say, but they always fall prey. You know how I do it. Action now in broad day. Hear that thing barking like some pits in your hallway. Gun flash bright like the lights up on Broadway. Body dropping weekly here. I seen it all, so ain't nothing in the streets we fear. That toe smoking the well in my beast, and yeah, we both going to hell, but you gon' beat me there. We prepared. Hey, nigga with me is foul, but we never going ham, nigga, strictly halal. From agony of defeat to only victories now. If only OG Apache could picture me now. Whole team ready for war, death loom in the air. Tight circle, so you know it ain't no room for a square. Shoot at your face, never bust my tool in the air. Bullets sit your ass down like it's musical chairs. A lot of enemies, yo, but I make them bleed though. Gap blast on your jackass, little Steve-O. Y'all nigga foul, but ain't half as foul as me, yo. Oxley you with a Scarface like Al Pacino. Whoa!
Drift, yeah. Shade 45.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up, y'all? DJ Statik Select the show off. Shout out my man Donald Cole. He's been holding down the show for the last couple of years, doing that video work. Pay attention.
So I just want to let you guys know, there's a dude, Ronald, Donald, something like that. The guy's legit, the guy is always persistent, and he's always there.
Let me tell you one thing, good dude, good head on his shoulders, very reliable, easy to work with.
Some people see these videos that go on the internet, some go viral with rappers talking. This dude's there with a steady hand.
He's one hell of a videographer, and he's a really good photographer.
Tell him you need him in your life to make the sunshine. Why not?
This here's an anthem, make the crowd shout like babies having tantrums. Mega the Phantom, no opera, just a black man spitting them bars. Black booth, one mic stand. The strands of my afro connect to source, and energy comes to me in the form of thoughts, translated into English by my pineal. The cone head, cones can't copy the style, cause they tone dead.